Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Another beautiful day in your faces and in the markets, of course. We're here again to look through what's going on in the capital markets. As usual, we would like to appreciate everyone who is a part of this and has been a part of this all along. We're here again looking for that opportunity to continue to grow our wealth. As usual, I will be introducing myself. I am your wealth creation enthusiast with a passion for building, helping individuals and organizations build their personal and corporate net worth via investing in the capital markets. So this is me welcoming you to yet another day when we go through the markets. I hope your portfolio is doing very well and not in any way negatively affected by the happenings in the market, rather being favored by market activities as we can see happening. Thank you very much for joining from wherever you are. We seem to have gotten been hit with a challenge transmitting on Facebook, on YouTube. We will see how that goes in the course of the day. But if you are not able to connect on YouTube, please take advantage of all other platforms, especially TikTok and Instagram, that is always constant. I'm sure the engineers will work towards this, but every time it looks like there is an update of the softwares, you get to have these hitches here and there. In any case, we've got you covered. It will always be uploaded later on for those who are never going to get in touch with it via Instagram or TikTok. It's the 18th day of September 2025. A lot is happening in the market as usual. We will fly with activities review as it happened yesterday in the markets. Afterwards, we proceed with other activities that went on. Then take your comments. Then phone lines will be open at 1 p.m. again, when we shall be definitely receiving your calls and hearing from you. Thank you very much, everyone who is just joining. Appreciate your presence and your tenacity to build wealth. We will not relent. This is the way of the rich. We invest and stay invested, then monitoring the markets to see what happens. The Nigerian All Share Index closed the trading session yesterday, September 17th, in positive territory, gaining about 489.5 points to settle at 142,036.2 points. This represents a 0.35% increase from the previous day's close of 141,546.8 as the Nigerian market reclaimed levels above 142,000. Trading activity surged with the number of shares exchanged reaching 1 billion, up from 414 million the previous day. Market capitalization also strengthened, rising to 89.8 trillion naira across 23,281 deals as the market eyes a return to the 90 trillion naira mark. Will it happen today? I think so, because stocks like Aradel are flying. On the gainers board, Chelarams, Austin Lars led the gainers chart, climbing 9.77% and 9.67%. The others were TIP yesterday, up 8.08% to 12 naira 97 kobo. Surprisingly, Sovereign Insurance up 7.37% and Aradel up 6.97% to close at 583 naira per share. Most of you, I am happy for you who own Aradel shares right now, because your stock is flying and you are in good profit. A whole lot of you have waited and stayed patient in that train. I think your time is here finally. Top losers yesterday: Guinness Insurance down 9.7%, Cornerstone down 8.68%, of course Legend Insurance Internet down 7.27%, Deep Cap down 7.06%, and Thomas Wyatt down 6.49%. Volume leaders for the day were Abe Mortgage Bank and Fidelity Bank, which accounted for the bulk of trading activity with 401 million and 254.8 million shares respectively amongst the two. think that's where we will cap the review of yesterday's trading activities as we proceed to taking your comment. But please be informed, stock market is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Stay patient, stay invested, and before you know it, it goes all the way. And then, of course, the views expressed in this live stream are entirely mine. They are not financial advice. Please do your due diligence as you proceed. Okay, first question, Benzoic says, good morning, Prof. Can I buy RDTE immediately or wait? Honestly, you are the best, sir. The erudite professor in stock analysis and management economics. If only I was a prof, maybe I won't be here showing you practicals. That's my problem with the academia. In any case, RDTE is an immediate buy because it's not always even in the market. Some platforms do not have them at all. So you want to go ahead and just have it and test and see. That's talking about the dividend, weekly dividend stock in the US market that we spoke about. It's actually an ETF, by the way. This is where I love ETFs, not the type that you just make for lazy income. Good afternoon, Coach. Nchekube Charles, good afternoon to you. So let your comments keep coming in right now. Once again, apologies to the YouTube family. Unfortunately, we are challenged on all fronts, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. That's because we suddenly ran into hitches regarding the software update that took place automatically and now needs special attention, which we can't pay at the moment. Pay that attention at the moment until after the live stream. Good morning, Coach. 1 million cash. Where can I put it for 3 to 4 months? There is no guarantee of short-term reward in the stock market. Anything can happen. You've got to have a clearer horizon. In any case, you may want to look the way of some of these bank stocks that pay interim dividend, talking about Fidelity, UBA, Access Bank, and Zenith. Whatever it adds up, just because perhaps the market gets excited with the dividend to be declared, then you can go ahead and enjoy. Otherwise, 3 months from now or 4 months from now, we're talking about December, which is not a very good time to sell. Okay, keep the comments coming in. Intel stock is flying. Well, that they are enjoying government backing. I do not always like to invest in state-owned stocks for obvious reasons. Hi, Coach. I have Jaiz and Wema Bank shares, but want to let go of one for the other. Which should I hold on to, please? Willie Naj, I think you should hold on to Wema. Good morning, sir. You look awesome today. Thanks always. NST Google, appreciate you. Thank you very much. My sharp coach looking good. Thank you very much, Chris. Which stock can I buy with 500K? Chomilicious is asking. Well, we will check to see as time goes on. For now, 500K, hoping that you are staying reasonably long in the market. I would suggest a stock like, hold on, let me take a look at the charts. It's particularly what's going on in the NGX. Cornhole is looking clean, almost under 4 naira. If you can find it under 4 naira, Cornhole is okay. But I think stocks like, where's this other stock now? Unfortunately, TIP is no longer at 12, though this is going to be short-lived. I know it's fake. From 12 to 14, to still come down to 13 and close to 12 for a while. But that's a sign that it's preparing to fly. Difficult to find stocks right now that will not disappoint. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you about UACN at 68 and 60 It's now 70, looking good. But that's not the one I am pointing out for Tromilicious' 500K investment. Let's see possible alternatives that still looks good. I am thinking a stock like UPDC REIT, depending on what you want. Otherwise, you just go straight in and get more Fidelity Bank. Maybe you should just go straight in and get more Fidelity Bank. Is ICO safe to invest? Well, I will call it safe if we find it around under 4 naira. I want to be as conservative as possible because we are approaching result season. I prefer to miss a result than to miscalculate and get into a stock that eventually publishes a poor result. Okay, so ICO is currently 401, struggling to stay above 4. Or if it ever drops below 4, then that's a better entry price. That's from Rogukame. Good morning, Coach. Thank you for yesterday, sir. Cynthia, thank you very much. We're glad to have you again. Coach, please, what's your stand with Etana PLC? Well, that sector is now under some level of threat and uncertainty with the disruption that Dangote Refinery and his products are causing these days in the market. At 31.55, I think it's been dragging around that range for a while now. We never know whether it will ever rise to the 49 it got to, which is the highest in the last 52 weeks. All right, thank you very much for your gift, Kemi. I see you there. Appreciate. Good day, Coach. Seplat Energy is increasing dividend to 5 cents. Yes, that's why eventually we're seeing more interest in the stock right now, in spite of how expensive it is. Seplat suddenly is touching 5,600. Currently 5,693, up from the 5,379. The problem remains that it will never close at that price until someone does a 100,000 shares transaction. Let me tell you what that means. 5,693 times 100,000. That's what it means. So until 100,000 block transaction is done, which means about 569 million naira spent, over $500 million, before Seplat will move from that 5,379 to 5,693. If it doesn't happen, no one comes and steps forward to do that transaction, then the stock will remain where it is, even though it keeps trading higher intraday. What do I mean by intraday? Knowledge session number 1 for the day. It simply means the period of activity between when the market opens and when it closes. So whenever the market opens, all the activities going on, they are happening intraday. So it closed at 5,379 yesterday. Now it is trading at 5,693 intraday. When the market closes, intraday stops. It will revert to the 5,379 because no one was able to step forward to do 100,000 shares at once. Yeah, it takes two to tango. Someone must have placed the 100,000 shares in block. Another must have stepped forward with more than $500 million to execute that transaction before the price will close at the new 5,693 per share price. So very difficult one to happen, but it's not impossible. I hope you understand these dynamics in the market so you can take full advantage of it. Sunrich says, Coach, between UPDC, Jais Bank, and Champs, which one is better for 1 million challenge? I am looking at Champs. It's cheaper amongst them and the least that has really moved. Good morning, Coach. How much can I buy Aradel now? That's from Daisy Ref. Daisy Ref, I don't know where you've been, but I know that I have been talking about Aradel here for so long, several months, and was sounding like a broken record. But guess what? Aradel is currently 586 naira. I can assure you it was even selling as high as 599 naira per share. This same Aradel this morning. So yesterday it closed at 583 naira per share. Today it's 586 naira. 1.1 million shares have been traded. That's 670 million naira already spent. So if you want to buy immediately, 586 naira is there quoted. You can buy on the spot. Never mind the fact that some people bought it at 599 with the fear that it was heading to 600. But somehow, some way, supplies increased, and currently we have 2.7 million bids versus 2 million offers. So you may want to close your eyes and buy at 586, or you just let it slide and watch how far it goes or how low. All right. Hi, Coach. I already acquired my Champs, right? Can I request for more? If yes, how do I go about it? In that very form in which you requested for the rights, you could have applied for more. In any case, I guess you can still reapply with a brand new form, but indicate clearly that you are applying for more. Coach, thank you very much. I am 100% in Guinness. Would you advise I sell before November crash? Baba Gift. Usually these things can also be unpredictable. Two things you can consider. Oh wow, even after the update I gave them, you see that Guinness is on full bid. Sometimes we need to be commended for some of the daring moves that we make here. I called Guinness at 77 or 75 per share. As we speak now, this morning I just made a post that look, Guinness is sitting comfortably above 160 naira, and was congratulating everybody who bought Guinness then and still held on. Can you imagine what's happening with Guinness right now? Unbelievable. 176 naira per share right now. 12 million bids for Guinness. That's audacious. At that price, you have 12 million bids, 0 offers. So Guinness is on full bid this morning at 176 naira per share, something some people bought between 75 and 77, because I know when I mentioned it at 77, it later dropped to 75 and then started dilly-dallying, then moved up like that until it touched 100. It looked like it wasn't, nothing was going on, but I said it to us here that Guinness is a 150, 200 naira stock. Look at that. Full bid 12 million bids, 176 naira already. Nobody's buying. So far, they've traded only 328,000 Guinness. So 77 million naira spent on Guinness. When I mentioned it, was it around January or February or something like that? It's now worth 176 million. Almost 100 million profit. That's why sometimes don't be afraid to buy expensive stocks. They are actually expensive in the first place because there is serious value in them. I hope you get the point now. That's exactly what I mean. So that's what's happened to Guinness as we speak right now. Guinness is flying and has become unstoppable. Exactly what I saw when I spoke about it. all the time, all you need is make patience your friend. I don't know if patience is a human being listening to me now, but I'm talking about the virtue itself called patience. There is so much money in patience. You have no idea what you are missing if you don't have patience. Look at that. 77 million naira is now worth 176 million. And surely it will add another 17 naira plus tomorrow to that price. So effectively, Guinness is headed towards 200. Baba Gift, calm down. The time you waited for is finally here. Is this the time you want to now jump out? No. Even if you want to sell before January stock market fumbles, December or November fumble, what if it doesn't even happen? That's the confusion you are in now, which is a very good headache, because I don't see it dropping to where you bought from. So happy you, happy lucky you there. Enjoy yourself. Coach, now I believe ritual money is learning where capital market is. Dancing. I can see how people are bidding for 500,000 of Aradel yesterday. Well, you can see, and that's why I tell people, if you think you have money, come to the stock market, so that they will humble you. One stock will lick up everything you think you have as if it didn't exist, so that next time you don't go about making noises, because there are so many money bags in the market, you don't even hear about them. Anybody I see still making noise because they have one money or the other, I just laugh at you. It's because you are ignorant. Go about oppressing people and making all sorts of show. You don't know what who has. It's not in the noise making. It's in the unseen paper assets that people are piling up that cannot be destroyed. All right? So let's learn a lesson here. There's so much money in the stock market and people are really making it there. Don't be left out. Keep building, we will keep winning. Hi Coach, good afternoon sir. Please talk about May Baker. Is it a buy now? May and Baker. Okay, let's see if May and Baker is a buy now. I think there's a range that I believe signals for me a buy. But just a moment, let's see. The look of this Guinness on the board looks so interesting. Okay, there has been some offers of Guinness right now. I just refreshed. I guess the people offering this may be doing it from a blind perspective, so to speak. They are unaware the kind of demand there is for Guinness. They've placed just 3,254 bids, offers, out of versus 12 million bids. So that's going to be leaked off very soon. All right, so we go on to what's that stock again you just mentioned? May and Baker. All right, let's see. May and Baker 1725. I know with its common behavior, it's likely to drop below 17 again. So look for May and Baker around 16 range. Tomorrow is a fantastic opportunity to see if it dips, so you can take a good position there. May and Baker, stay patient and start collecting under 17. That's my advice. Hi Coach, good afternoon sir. Please talk about, okay, Coach, UBR 47, what do you think? Well, it's been just hovering around 47, 46, so 47 is okay, especially now that we are approaching, because before second quarter comes, some people might start hearing the news and start taking position in some of these stocks. Nobody knows if that's what is happening in Aradel, but I know Aradel is going to publish something wonderful. So you may start taking your UBA at that 47 range. Looks good. Worst it can drop to is 46, then you take more. And that's the best approach towards UBA. All right. Good morning, sir. I'm a beginner on stock. How do I start, sir? Very simple. Just go ahead and send me a DM that you are a beginner. I'll send you beginner guide. I'll send you a link to open your brokerage account, and I'll also send you a link to join Network Investors Club, because you need a community to nurture you in the course of acquainting yourself with the markets. The video I'll send to you will help you to understand exactly how the market works in very simple terms, on academic terms. And then you can proceed with opening your account and watch discussions, read through the group, how things are panning out before you eventually commit funds. All questions can easily be asked on the group and responded to. All right. Louisa Oge says, multiverse finally crossed 11 naira. Thank you, Jesus. Louisa Oge, congratulations. That one was long. Multiverse actually even touched for 13 yesterday. Yeah, that's it. It was 13.95. But it continues to behave in this strange way. One moment it jumps up and is completely unavailable. Next moment you find that it is on full offer. For instance, as it is now, it's on full offer, whereas it touched 13.95 yesterday. So it will continue this kind of behavior, but over a long period, it will always keep going higher, right? Okay. Let's keep going, let's keep going, let's keep flying. Okay, coach, it's looking like I've missed Aradel. Is an entry still possible? Well, they've even been lenient today from what I saw. Aradel touched 599 before dropping to 587 now. So it will keep dilly-dallying. The bids at 2.6 million, the offers now 2 million. It used to be very few offers, and that's what saw the price jump that high. Chinenye Ann says, good morning, coach. Please, is the Sterling Bank offer at 7 naira good offer? Could you also clarify if one should accumulate more US stocks following your updates yesterday? Okay, my update yesterday talking about the US market and what to expect. Well, day one went as expected, 25 basis points rate cut. Rate cut is actually supposed to benefit the stock market, but the stock market has not reacted, talking about the US market yet, because today is also very pivotal when the market will be expecting job cut list. Last time they announced about 260-something thousand jobs cut. If they announce anything around 275,000 and above, the market will crash, irrespective of the fact that a rates cut has been announced. So after stage one is done, stage two is today, when we'll be waiting to hear what the employment situation is in the US. Those are major determinants as to what direction the US market goes. I hope you understand it now. I was rushing to do that video and make sure it does not exceed 10 minutes, but looks like it didn't touch 10 minutes, but was over 9 minutes. So a whole lot to chew on. And if you are not careful, you won't understand a thing. But that's just a simple breakdown. And then on Friday, on Friday, the Japanese central bank is expected to hold their own interest rate at 0.5%. Should they ever increase it, there will be chaos, because a whole lot of institutional funds are invested in the Japanese bond market. And when those monies move, the ripple effect will mean that all sorts of asset classes will take a dive. While that is happening and affecting the stock market negatively, the capital market will be, the gold will be jumping up. So basically that's it. In order not to repeat myself, I would like to stop there and progress with your comments. Good morning, sir. I'm a beginner. Okay, responded to this. Please, how much can I buy champs now? Chinos. Let's see. Champs. 3 naira 33 kobo per share. is what Champs is right now. 18 million bids versus 13.5 million offers. So ladies and gentlemen, we still have the Champs bulk seller in the market. It's not done yet. So I won't be surprised even if Champs comes down to 3 naira again. But the fact that the bids are also mounting, it's now 18 million versus 13.5 million, says a lot about how much fight there is to sustain the price above 3 naira. So Champs currently 3 naira 33 kobo. Maybe you put a bid at 324, that's the highest bid on the table, and there are just about 3,100 bids at 324. All other bids are less than 324. The lowest offer is at 333, which is the last transaction I'm seeing there. So there you go. How can someone invest in Nigerian stock market? Any app? Okay, Trade with Con is asking. Well, there are various apps to invest and various stockbrokers who offer it, including fintech apps. You may want to ask on the comment section there for further comments. I do not use apps, and so if you are interested in apps, not a problem. But you can invest in the Nigerian stock market using apps. Morning, coach. What's your take on livestock feed? If you are really interested in livestock feed, don't buy anything above 8, always below 8. Stay there, stay patient, collect at 7+, and stay long. Yesterday it closed 790, today it's 815. No need to panic. Maybe one good news will eventually make it resurrect, but it's not an easy move it made when it moved from 3 naira up all the way to over 9 naira. Where do I invest then? Start by opening your stock brokerage account or using the app, any of the app or stock brokerage firms. I use Atlas Portfolios. If you like apps, they don't do apps, but they give you real-time data that most of these apps don't, in order not to invest blindly. Follow me on Instagram, send me a DM, I'll forward the link to you asking for to open your brokerage account. But you need knowledge also. So if you are just starting out, I'll forward the beginner guide also to you to prepare to start. I hope that answers your questions. All right. Let's be unrelenting. Let's keep going. The questions should keep coming in as we progress. Thank you, coach. I bought IMPP yesterday as you recommended. Hope it's good, sir. Well, if you are not convinced, I don't know why you bought. You have already bought, you are now asking, hope it's good. What if I say no, it's bad? You heard all what I said yesterday. Stop being afraid when you take investment decisions. Stay true to your decisions and wait for it to manifest. You could have also done your due diligence to convince yourself and get that conviction to go ahead and buy, right? IMPP, I bought already, staying for the long term, and I don't care about what daily market fluctuations do. That's not how I invest. When I do my due diligence, I go in on a stock. Whether the stock drops or not my business. I know I'll stay patient enough and see it grow. Yesterday, IMPP closed at $4.50. Today in pre-market is $4.47. If it drops below what I bought as low enough, I'll be convinced to buy more. Very simple. The fundamentals are excellent. I'm ready to stay in there. Looks like it's one stock that may be looking for a way to get back to its glory days. 3 years ago, yes, exactly March 7th, this stock was selling for $46 per share. 2022, that was 3 years ago. 2022, 3 years ago, $46.69. In fact, I'm aware that stock was selling as high as $54 per share. So I am buying at the bottom, taking position because I am convinced everything around them is positive now. Net income $50 million from a revenue of $147 million. That's a good margin if you ask me. And then the beta has been 0.01, very low beta, meaning stock fluctuation not too bad. It's come to its, in fact, I started watching this stock around March this year when it was selling at about $2 something, $2.40, $2.58, and so on. So it's progressed from there, currently $4. I don't want to say, I've told you before, I don't want to be amongst those who say, if you bought so and so, January this year, it is now 700%. Forget those theories. I want real life. And the truth is, all those stocks they tell you, for instance, Bitter Glass, we're all here talking about it from time to time. One of us even bought Bitter Glass. It was fluctuating. She bought at, I mentioned it at 50, she bought at 60. The moment she bought, it dipped and she sold out of panic. That was her first attempt. And later on, it was just, it recovered fully and kept climbing and kept climbing. But in the process of climbing, it will still keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's basically what stock price movement does. The emotional trend of investors. I need you to understand, that's what happens in the stock market. It is the charts, the way it moves, zigzag, 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 but over a long time, it's like a straight trajectory upwards. So forget about the daily zigzag movement if you are sure of what you have found, and go in there. Good afternoon, Coach. Aradel is running away. I haven't bought enough. Tell it to wait. I haven't gotten enough. I want to own 5% of that company. Wow, Akim. Well, go ahead, enjoy yourself. Catch it as much as you can. I said it before that I'll just keep buying Aradel until it touches 600. Even myself, I'm not satisfied with the Aradel I have, but we just wait for occasional pullbacks here and there to keep taking a little bit from time to time. Hello, sir. Do you see Charms and Cuties as long-term holds, 3 to 5 years? Absolutely, Toby. That's the point. I'm 59 years. Is it better to invest more on stocks or bonds, and at what percentage? Ojo Kayode, at 59, in the actual sense, this is when you are investing more of your capital in bonds. At 59, meaning almost 60. But that is if you did enough work with your money in stocks before now. And that's why we are advising a lot of people. Start early. Start early. There's a reason why. The market rewards early comers a lot. Excuse me. The market rewards early comers a lot. And so you want to start early to use the stock market, which is a money machine, to build and build and build. Between your 20s, 30s, and 40s, you are making your money work so hard so that by the time you are 55 and above, you have started moving money, which you have accumulated in the stock market. That is also a market that is uncertain. Through wounds of uncertainty, you have used to grow money, because without uncertainty in the stock market, there's no money anywhere. You won't see me in the stock market if it was like the bond market, where you know that if you put this money, this is the highest amount, this is the interest fixed, nothing will happen, nothing else happens to your capital, it doesn't grow, and then this is how much you get for returns now. So you gradually now divest from stocks and build a formidable bond portfolio. For instance, I'll give you one instance. The bond, my longest term bond is a 2037 bond. That's when it will expire. And I was quick to capitalize on that in the first tenure of Buhari's regime, I think, maybe towards the end. That time, that government really needed funds, and they were always coming to the bond market. So to encourage investment of the general public, they increased rates that time, 25% per annum. If you are in Europe or America, this will shock you, because bond rates there is between 3 and 5% max. So you were there, your government was offering 25% bond for 15 years. So someone who has accumulated wealth in the stock market decides that, okay, I will move 500 million into this particular bond. 500 million on the strength that you have been building over the years while you were younger. Now you are 55, approaching 60. You take out 500 million from your stocks and put in that type of bond that time. 25% is, of 500 million is 100 million. That's what you will keep gaining every year per annum for the next 15 years. Follow me. You put in 500 million. Because it is at 25%, you are getting 100 million naira from your 500 invested every year. Now, that 100 million naira will come twice. They break it into two and give you half every 6 months. They don't want to keep you all year long. That's the beauty of long-term bonds. You keep collecting that money every 6 months. So half of 100 million is 50 million. Can you really exhaust 50 million in 6 months? Yes, depending on your lifestyle. Especially if you have a private jet that you need to fund its running costs, from the pilot to the fueling, or even if you have that, consult me. I'm actually a business consultant as well, in case you don't know. I will tell you how to manage that situation so that you don't even need to pay for the crew and the maintenance of the aircraft. You know what you will do? You just find a way and look for a way to register and get license to operate that private jet as a commercial charter jet. And people will be chartering your jet from time to time. You are not in the sky all the time. So that jet will be working and bringing money, not only to service it, but also to put in your pocket while you are just enjoying yourself. All right? So 50 million naira every 6 months will be dropping for you. No fighting, no sweating. Then if you check it against 15 years of receiving 100 million every year, that's 1.5 billion that you would have received at the end of the tenure of that bond. And at the end of the tenure of that bond, your 500 million initially invested will now return to you. So if you were, say, 60 when you moved 500 million from your stocks into bonds, then you will be 75 when the bond will expire. The tenure will elapse for you to receive the 500 million back. At 75-year-old, you can now decide what you want to do. By the way, you have received 1.5 billion in that 15 years. No fighting, no quarreling. What if you were now reinvesting the 50 million every 6 months back into stocks to keep refiring? Or you were just living large, spending all of it, knowing that nothing's happening again. You are going to be 75 when the capital will return. That's how to live life. Get the point now? I am into practicals. So someone may be asking, so now what's the bond rate for long-term bonds? For instance, the last Sukuk bond was issued at, I would say, was it 20% or 18% or so? Because rates are dropping now. But you know what? No matter how low rates drops now, whatever you have locked in at a higher rate continues to run. That's the advantage. All right? So let's assume it's a bond that you just, I think the last Sukuk bond, I will just try to be very conservative. I think the least bond rate now is 18%. So let's say 500 million in today's 18% interest rate for bonds will fetch you about 90 million naira every year. So from 100 million that it could have been, now it's 90 million naira. So half of the 90 million, which is 45 million naira, is what you'll be receiving every month. But I think this Sukuk bond is a 10-year bond or so. I don't know if it's 5, but I think it's a 10-year bond. So for 10 years, you'll be receiving 90 million every year, which is 900 million you would have received before the tenure elapses. And then your original 500 million will be dropped back to you. Get the point now? So imagine collecting 50 million from your bond interest and buying a stock like NIDF. 50 million naira at 113 naira per share today will fetch you 442,000 NIDF. In 1 year, that would have fetched you about 884,000 NIDF. 884,000 NIDF times the 5 naira per share dividend. NIDF alone will be fetching you about 4.4 million every 3 months. Are you seeing how it works now? You moved returns from, that's why the power of compounding. Warren Buffett calls it the 8th wonder of the world. You know there are 7 wonders of the world. They say compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. This is why I am consulted. People pay to consult me for these things. So I show you how to just move money here and there, and it will just keep compounding and creating excessive wealth for you. So you move the 50 million into, and this is every year. Every year you are buying nearly 1 million NIDF. As you are buying the 1 million NIDF, it is giving you 5 million naira every 3 months. So in the second year, you'll be having 2 million NIDF. That means your 2 million NIDF will be fetching you at least 2 million times 5, 10 million naira equivalent every 3 months. You've done it for only 2 years. Meanwhile, the tenure of that bond is in 15 years, or even if it's 10 years. In 2 years, you have accumulated 2 million NIDF, all from the returns from that bond. You are not working again, you are not fighting anybody, nothing's happening. You are just where you are, and you just be moving the money like drought. Just keep moving it left, right, and center. So you just forget every capital gain, blah, blah, blah. No, you are 60. By the 2 years after, you'll be 62. So you don't have that vitality, that energy to waste on being anxious. Oh, stock market has dropped. No, this one has done. Oh, this one has gone up. You close your ears to all those noises. You are an elder statesman in the stock market now. So what you do, that money just goes into NIDF, NIDF, NIDF. Steady 4 million every 3 months. And then it keeps building. On the 3rd year, your 2 million NIDF becomes 3 million NIDF or more, something like that. If you keep doing that, boy, you are of all men most wealthy without struggles. And that's how, when people say, oh, I've received my NIDF dividend, yours will be 1 time 10 million. Boom. You get the point now? All right. A lot of times, most of these things are unplanned for. But when your questions comes like this, maybe somebody really needs this. I can tell you for free, not everybody is interested in jump to this one, enter this one, what do we do here, what is happening here? No, there are people who have already made the money, but they don't know what to do with it. And they don't want to sweat no more. This is how we manage. That's why I'm a wealth coach. I manage your wealth in ways difficult to teach in the classroom, but you see results. If you are not following me, you are losing money. Jet2 Solar Life says, can I buy bonds on Atlas? Of course. You just need to send them a message, and then, of course. And do you know what? You know, if you are a Christian, you would have seen somewhere in the Bible says, money answereth all things. At that point, where you reside is not, the world is your canvas. You just draw anything you want. right? You just sketch what you want, very simple. The entire nations are just like your backyard. There is no boundary. The boundary is limitless. You can go anywhere and stay. Citizenship by investment, nomadic visa. You don't kill yourself going to do visa interviews. You just go and get nationality in any of these European countries and have access to over 100 nations. Travel at ease. The whole world just opens up. Boom. You suddenly don't see any barrier around you. Money. And then the sweetest part, legitimate money. There's no hanky-panky. Hi coach, please, how much will 5 million naira NIDF give me annually? Close B12. 5 million naira, current price of NIDF is about 113 naira per share, so that will fetch you 44,000 NIDF. 44,000 NIDF, I would say, at 5 naira per share every quarter, will be fetching you a cool 220,000 naira without asking for, guys, you have not paid me. You will rather be reminded, because you will forget, you'll be running around your daily activities, and then it's your phone that will alert you, sir, credit alert, description, NIDF dividend, 220,000. 3 months after, another one drops. In fact, next month NIDF is paying dividend, the third quarter dividend. You know, we're in the third quarter right now in September. This is the last month of the third quarter. When the month ends, they prepare the account. Second, third week, the account is published, results announced, dividend declared and paid straight. So even if you didn't start holding the NIDF from the beginning of the third quarter, the fact you are buying before the third quarter ends, you qualify. So your earnings starts immediately from next month. And then the fourth quarter result will be announced first or second week of January, because December has to come to an end for them to prepare the full report. So inside January, you receive another 220,000 on your 5 million invested. So every 3 months, like I said the other time, there was a year NIDF, instead of paying 4 times, they paid 5 times. That was when I respected that company and the management. They said, oh, there is an extraordinary income that came from the sale of one of their assets. This is the value of the transaction and how much came in. Therefore, the board of directors elected that it should be shared to shareholders as extraordinary dividend. I think 3 years ago or so, and they paid us dividend 5 times in 1 year instead of 4 times. Looks like I'm advertising NIDF now. Everybody is now asking of NIDF. Do you have the stomach to wait and watch other stocks jumping and that one not moving yet? That's what people who hold NIDF suffer. But you don't lose anything, because over time, it just keeps yielding for you. And as long as you hold the stocks, whatever they are declaring, they pay you. And by the way, NIDF didn't start paying 5 naira per share. They started by paying 3 naira something, then increased to 4 naira something, then went to 5 naira. So there is a chance that the longer you hold the NIDF stock, the higher the dividend increases, because most of the assets that they have are yielding money for them and in very interesting sectors. I've broken that down before in one of our live streams. The videos are all there on my YouTube channel, and that's why I can tell you every time I say those videos on YouTube regarding the live stream we do every day, some of them are still very relevant even after 6 months, because the lessons there, you may not find them anywhere on social media. That's the truth. Nobody dives that deep. Good day, coach. Please, when will NIDF pay the next dividend, and when is the qualification date? Chini Nora. The date for qualification has not been announced, meaning anybody who buys now will qualify. It is when the result is prepared, approved, and announced, they will now state a qualification date. Sir, how can I get a registrar or register Atlas account? Kenosa, follow me on Instagram, send me a DM requesting for the link. I'll forward to you. Please don't be deceived by anybody going about with my DP. There are so many fraudsters doing that. Up till this morning, I got information from the executive committee, one of our executive committee members in this group, in this Net Worth Investors Club, stating how somebody chatted her up and started asking for crypto app. So go and download app. Please, please don't be deceived. You are going to be the first person to send me a message before I reply. Anybody who comes into your DM pretending to be me, uninvited, that person is a criminal. Block and report that account. You know, so that's it. Please, how can we? Everybody suddenly wants NIDF. Looks like we have billionaires here, because one thing about NIDF is when you put in a lot of money, you see a lot. Coaches, is it good? Is goodbye for NIDF? Joe, NIDF has always been a good dividend cow, cash cow. And so if you are, that's I was trying to clearly state, if you are older, there are certain stocks you should be going for and certain investment assets you should be putting money in. You shouldn't be doing real estate in your old age. You will age faster, honestly speaking, because tenants will just crush you with problem. There are places to put your money with peace of mind, you rest, and you can be anywhere in the world. That is the beauty. No encumbrances, and there's no struggle to sell, you know. And in your old age is when your health needs the most attention. Staying healthy is not just by exercising. You need medication to stay healthy at some point. Some things they will advise you, do this, do that. And then if there is any health challenge as well, it's money, you need to sort it and stay healthy, right? That's what we're talking about. You hardly hear a president died of ill health that the country he's governing could not afford his medication. It's not possible. They live long, even in their frail health, because there is money to make sure that a national embarrassment does not happen. So a country will do everything to keep themselves, their leader, healthy. So you are your own nation yourself. That's today's lesson. You know, we used to say you are the CEO of your portfolio. You are your own nation and the president of your own nation. So do as much as possible to make sure you have financial resources to give yourself the best medical care whenever you need it. All right? Coach, what other stocks are good dividend cows besides NIDF? Okay. Well, the others, you see that Seplat, it's gone overboard. That's just the problem I have. It's become too expensive. Otherwise, Seplat is actually the second and only after NIDF that pays dividend twice. I mean, 4 times. But on to other stocks that pays dividend twice, then you now talk about the likes of Aradel, GTCO, Zenith Bank, UBA, Fidelity Bank, Access Bank. There are not too many other stocks that pays dividend twice, but guess what? 2 agri stocks have joined that train this year. Talking about Presco and Okomo. So if you have Presco and Okomo all along receiving dividend once a year, congratulations, that's changing now. You start receiving dividend twice a year. So others pay once a year, and then there are still companies that don't pay dividend because you have to be profitable before you earn dividend. And dividend is paid from your profit after tax. That's why we say don't just jump into the stock market and buy anything. When people ask NSL Tech, have you seen their report, how they are performing? Loss-making companies can't give you no dividend. And as far as the Nigerian market is concerned, such stocks will not have a permanent rise in stock price. So what are you investing in? So you need to be careful where you invest. Coach, what do you have to say about Red Star? Oh my God, that's one that slipped through. Red Star Express. I kept watching that stock from 3 naira per share Before my very eyes, that stock left me and flew to 12 naira per share. And I saw all the signs around it. But I was waiting for it to come back to 3. Then it got to 6. Then it got to 7. Pulled back to 5. Then shot up to 9. Before we knew it, 12. Let me see what Red Star is now. So at this point, it does not look attractive to me anymore, and so I held my peace and never mentioned it. Maybe along the line, one very minor period, I mentioned it just a while. But let's see what Red Star is doing right now. You know, a lot of times I'm watching a stock, but I'm not talking about it yet. Most times I speak about a stock when I'm very certain of the next move, and that's why it looks like, oh, coach mentioned it. The moment coach mentioned it, it has gone up. That's why anytime coach mentioned one stock, I just buy. I don't wait for it to pull back. I just buy whatever it is. I will wait it to climb, because a lot of times you will spot a stock, it's almost looking like it's going high, then it drops. So if you mention it the moment you see it rising, then people jump into it. They will say, oh, coach said we should buy at 11. We bought at 11. Now it's 9. Red Star Express, currently 11 naira 35 kobo. You see that? Okay, so the stock I saw at 1 naira, 3 naira, can no longer be attractive to me at this price. Whether the value is there or not, maybe at end of year I will see. There's a company that has just declared interim dividend of 1 naira 25 kobo. I need to confirm what company that is. Well, I cannot pause the live stream to do that, but there is currently, I'm just getting an update here. Oh, Zenith Bank. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Zenith Bank is declared 1 naira 25 kobo per share interim dividend. Oh, is that Zenith? Zenith. Okay. So the results, the dividend season is here. Let's see what that does to Zenith Bank shares. I know the market is not very quick like the US market to react to these kind of things, but we'll see. Currently 66 naira 50 kobo per share, down from 66 naira 95 kobo. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's 1 p.m. Time to open the phone lines to pick your calls. Remember, we have our moderators, Maobi, Benita, Gratitude Boss. They are the ones authorized to continue to respond to any message I'm not able to, or some other very active members like Kaka, VOO, so many of you here who has been a part of this family. We will now have them also join me and participate as my co-hosts as we keep going. 1 hour left, or would I say 57 minutes left. We already have 5 callers. What an early bird situation we have here. All right, Maobi is in the house. Benita, if you are free, you could also join us, because let's do this together. Gratitude Boss, if you are also free, let's do this together. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to announce to you that Atlas Portfolios is also in the house. This sounds interesting. The following shall be our callers. First set of callers, Donald Ngam, Princess Owari, Chukzi. First 3. Let's go on to Donald straight away. Please keep your environment quiet. If you have concerns that Atlas needs to attend to, go on the comment section. Let's maximize the time. Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Tell us your name and where you're streaming from, please.
My name is Donald Ngam. I'm calling from Abuja.
Donald from Abuja, thank you very much for calling in. Go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, I would like to say thank you for everything which you have been doing. You've really been a blessing to our lives, and my life especially. I want to say, may the Lord God bless you and keep you.
Amen. Thank you very much.
My question is, I want to average up on my few of my stocks, and I'm looking at Boasment, Cuties, and Jais Bank for now. So I was like hoping if you could tell me which is more preferable to average up now, and what is the best entry price for them.
Goa cement cutics and what?
Jais,
Guys.
Jais.
Well, they are all about at pullback stages. So whichever you top up now, not bad. Use
All
your
right, thank you.
discretion to accumulate
Oh,
anything you can,
all
especially
right,
some
thank you.
Bua, because the others you can catch up back again because they are still pennies. If Bua runs away, you may not be able to consolidate as well as you would have if you buy now. Clear?
All right,
Thank you very much.
thank you, sir.
I love the fact you kept it very simple so we can get on with others. Princess Owari, please keep your environments quiet. You are the next caller. While we're still trying to connect, I'll try to see how I can juggle comments also.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Hello, good afternoon. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Princess Owara. I'm streaming from Abuja.
Thank you very much, Princess. We are glad to have you. Please go ahead.
Coach, I want to appreciate you. I want to say thank you and God bless you for all you have been doing to us.
Thank
More
you.
especially me. I'm a civil servant in Abuja. But since I come across your page in Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, I'm very happy.
Thank God.
So there's something I want to. My own is clarification. Yesterday I didn't come on TikTok, so and when I joined the YouTube yesterday night, there's something you mentioned. This weekly payment of a team. I had the first one, but the second one I didn't get it. Run hill dash.
Okay, it's the same. I was trying to describe the name of the only one I mentioned.
Okay, it's only ROTDTE.
Yes, the actual name is Russell
Okay, sir.
1000. It's an ETF. So I was just trying to
Okay, sir. I know, sir.
explain the name. Thank you.
Sir, the second question is the top five crypto. You mentioned three, but the remaining two you did not bring it out.
Oh, maybe you missed it along the line as well.
Okay. The
Top
fourth and
five.
the fifth one.
I said, then I mentioned that Bitcoin is already so expensive. Whatever you are buying now will be
Yes,
like scrapping the surface. And so I
yes, sir.
usually don't mention that. But after Bitcoin, I mentioned
Ethereum,
Ethereum, X,
SROP,
Solar.
Solana.
And I
Yes, sir.
think, okay, I didn't mention the fifth. The fifth should be
Okay.
between Doggy and Ada.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So
Thank
the
you.
third one is, formally, before I knew you in 2006, I bought this Japan Gold. It was a primary offer, but
Make
since I bought it, so then the man I was working with, he helped me to open a stockbroker with ICMG. So I gave them the certificate to detrammalize it. But since they done the detrammalization, I did not see the number of the shares into my CSCS account, sir. But I want to open a account with Atlas, which you have sent the link for me. I'm filling it now. But I want to see what is inside that my Japan good, the number of it. I cannot get the number of it up to now, sir.
I think, I don't know if you have done a proper search on CSCS. Whoever is your current stockbroker can help you conduct a global search on CSCS.
Okay, sir.
That's the way to go. All your stocks should be reflecting there unless they lied to you.
Okay, sir. I will call
Thank
him,
you very
sir.
much.
Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. Have a wonderful day, sir.
God bless you too, and you
Yes,
too
sir.
have a great day. When you hear civil servants discussing not only stocks but crypto, you know that you have a lot of work to do if you have not started investing. Most of our colleagues will be amazed on retirement because while they are all thinking of their retirement savings accounts, which is never enough, they will learn from her that You are your own pension fund administrator. You are the best pension fund administrator that you can get. No other. Thank you very much. Next caller, Chubzi. Keep your comments about Atlas on the comment section as they try to respond. Yemik has laid her complaint. Yemik, I will advise you to also put down your full names so that they can respond and search out whatever it is that needs to be done live. Okay, so we missed that call, it didn't connect. We will now proceed to the next set of callers, Abdullah, Peter, and Nels. Keep your environment quiet and let's keep going. What's the sticker symbol for the stock you mentioned at $4, coach? It's IMPP. I for India, M for mango, and PP, Imperial Petroleum.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Good afternoon, sir. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Abdullah and I'm streaming from Qatar.
Abdullah from Qatar, we are glad to have you. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Coach, please, I want some clarification about a particular stock.
Okay.
I bought on Bamboo, named Novo Nordisk.
Okay.
Actually, I bought the shares at $56.46, which amounts to $112.92, the two shares. Presently now, the stock is selling at 62.47, which to me, that is like $6 increment on each shares. But the two stocks I have is showing me current value at 116. So I really do not understand. So I am a bit confused because this is my first time using Bamboo. And because the stock is a U.S. stock, so I think, is there something I'm not getting, or is there a hidden charges or something?
How many shares of Novo do you have?
I have two.
And the value you said is showing what?
116.40.
116. Based on yesterday's price of 58.20, it is 116. So what you are seeing now is actually the pre-market price. Trading has not started today, so it's signaling that this stock is about to rise today. In fact, it's showing 7.47% gain on pre-market. And so, should this rise continue when the market opens and closes at this new price you are seeing now, 62.54, then after the close of market, 9 p.m. Nigerian time, your value will now change to 125 instead of the 116.
Okay.
You stay patient and wait to see what the closing price is. I said something about intraday and after hours. Intraday, the stock price may actually be selling higher only to close lower when the market closes. So closing price is always different from whatever price you are seeing intraday. For now, market hasn't opened, but it's now trading pre-market. So your app or wherever you're looking at it is showing you the current pre-market price and not the closing price of yesterday. So if it holds strong and closes at this price or even higher when the market closes, then you will see your total change eventually on your Bamboo app.
Thank you so much. Now I understand everything.
Much.
God bless you, sir. Bye.
By the way, that's a very good long-term stock. It suffered some beating, and that was why I mentioned it whenever I mentioned it. And it's stayed for a while. In the last 1 month, it's only gained 6%. In fact, if you check the 6 months and year-to-date charts, you'll be seeing that it's been losing 33%, 23%. In fact, one full year, it's lost 56%. So it's one stock that has been beaten down, though a known powerhouse in the US market, and could just be a good candidate for a fantastic resurrection. For now, we see how it goes, the way the market is going in the US, hoping that jobless claims comes in reported lower than the previous 263,000 jobs. Should they publish 275,000 plus job losses, then the market will sink. But no matter how the market sinks, I have come to realize that there are still stocks that perform during a down market. That's why we're never out of the market. Honestly speaking, until mankind stops to exist, the market will always be there. And those who stay in when the market drops are those who really make money, because that is the time for wealth transfer. Next set of callers will be Cathy O, Rebuild and Rise, and Clinton. Cathy O first. Hope your environment is quiet. If you are not following me, well, you have no idea that you are losing money until you do. Now,
Good afternoon, Coach.
Hello, good afternoon. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from. Are you there?
Yes, I am here. Can you hear me?
Name and where you're streaming from. I can hear loud and clear.
Okay. My name is Kathy. I'm calling from Abuja. I am also a civil servant, like the lady who called like 2 persons ago or 3 persons ago. Thank you so much for what you've done, and I believe that God just led me to your page on YouTube because I needed the information that you have been giving me. However, I started out last month purchasing stocks, and I think I have made an error. Okay, I think I spread myself too thin.
Over diversification.
I have the Bamboo app, and I was introduced to Atlas by your platform. I also have an Atlas portfolio account.
Okay.
But for the Bamboo app, my total portfolio value is about 1.2 million naira.
Okay.
But I have the following. I have MTN, I have Zenith Bank, I have UBA, I have Fidelity, I have NACO, I have VFD, and I have Dangote Cement. And I think it's just too spread out thin. I don't know which you would advise to drop or which to stock up on. That's for the Bamboo app. For the Atlas app, I have just 2, Tip and Chance. That's the value of that is about 500,000 naira.
Okay. The beauty of what I've heard is your stocks are carefully chosen. All fantastic picks. The only problem is they are over diversified for the resources are located. You know what we will do? In your case, you will not sell.
Okay.
You will accumulate what you already have. They sound fantastic.
Okay.
It's just that the capital spread was just too much. Otherwise, you have great stocks there, and you shouldn't let go of them.
Oh, thank you very much.
You know you have overspread. You can now learn from those lessons.
Okay, now to my second question. Because I'm new to this, I wanted to ask, okay, now that I'm on Bamboo app, what next? Am I supposed to go pick up any form? Because someone sent me a link, I'm supposed to go and pick up some form from my bank and all of that to be able to, just in case you sell, so that the money comes into your account and all of that. I really don't know how true it is, and I don't know how that works. I don't know. Like, am I supposed to go after the registrars, or I don't know what to do?
Do you mean in terms of claiming your dividends?
Yes, when the time comes.
Well, it's supposed to be automatic straight into your account.
Okay, even on these apps?
Unfortunately, I do not use those apps, so I really can't tell exactly. But I think there are people who use the apps, and maybe they should be making some comments on the comment section. Please, anybody who has used Bamboo, how do you receive your dividend? Does it drop in your wallet or it drops in your account?
Okay, I can see some responses. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. I can see some responses.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Coach. God bless you.
God bless you too. On to the next caller, rebuild and rise. After him, Clinton. Keep your environments quiet.
Hello, Coach.
Good afternoon, sir. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is James. I'm streaming from the UK.
Thank you very much, Jen from the UK. Go ahead.
Coach, I've been thinking a bit lately, and just want to have an affirmation from you regarding Dangote Refinery. I would assume it will soon be listed on the stock exchange, and I don't know when, but I just have the feeling, and I don't know if now it's too late to start, putting funds aside, to strike on that, because I believe from what I've learned here, I don't think when that stock will be eventually listed, it's not going to spend 2 days before it begins to start. So, Coach, what do you think, sir?
All right. Actually, Dangote Refinery was supposed to have been listed this year, but an official statement has already been made to that effect that the listing will now happen next year. Why I was laughing is because you just left us. That's you're done right now. We've gone past all this buy and buy Dangote sugar and all those things. You're focused on the refinery right now. I'm sorry, but the refinery is still. So
Coach, when you say take,
what we heard
okay,
was that
yes, sir.
maybe, just maybe, towards the end of this year, the petrochemical and fertilizer company may be listed, but for the
Yes, sir.
refinery itself, it will be listed next year.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, understanding this, what you've been teaching us since is, I mean, entry point, and you have to just stay up there like a sniper and hit it. So, thank you so much, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. You see, guys are planning for Dangote sugar, refinery already, and we're still here looking for NIDF. It's all right. The Lord will help us. Clinton, you are the next caller. Honestly speaking, the man is looking forward to the future. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Coach. I'm very sorry, it's a mistake.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for keeping it that simple. Next caller, Nels, then Buck Ox, and after that, Gift Samuel. So let's go on with Nels. Coach, I'm
Hello,
back.
Coach.
One's Interiors, we're glad to have you back. I hope that the investment you did for yourself and for the children are looking good right now. Welcome back.
Hello, Coach.
Hello, good afternoon. Please, can you take off the mouthpiece so we can hear you clearly, please?
Good afternoon, Coach.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Your
Yeah,
name
I just
and
want
where
to.
you from?
This is Olani speaking from United Kingdom.
Olani, we are glad to have you. Thank you for joining. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to thank you for everything you've been doing. So I have two questions to ask. One is pertaining to the 1 million shares challenge. I qualified for the charms right of issue, and I've paid for that, and I requested for additional shares. But after you announced the 1 million shares challenge, I I want to I want to invest more on charms. So can I still buy charms at the
When
right
it
of issue
falls
price?
to the rights issue,
Yeah, because like I said, I've submitted my form. I've paid for the rights, the one I qualified for, and the additional shares. But because of the 1 million shares challenge, I want to buy more at that same price.
Absolutely, you can actually apply for more on a new
All right.
form. You just need to indicate that this is a fresh application for more, so they don't mix it up. But in any case, they have the records of how many you have and how many you qualify for rights. So any other extras will be treated as such and allotment made, hopefully, if we have enough to go around.
Oh, I hope so. And also, the second question is, my dad also has some shares way back. I contacted Atlas and I've done the global search. So now the issue now is, how can he transfer the shares to me to
Oh,
manage for him?
that's not possible account to account wise, but you can actually, he's alive, right?
Yeah, he is.
You can open an account for him on Atlas,
Okay.
right? Once his Atlas account is ready, then he does an email to Atlas requesting for share transfer from the previous broker or wherever it is to his Atlas account. Atlas will now send a reply attaching the share transfer form. That will now enable him complete the form, resend and send back to Atlas, and then they will proceed with the process of
All
transfer.
right. Yeah, thank you, coach. God bless you.
God bless you too.
Yeah.
And
And
once,
also I sent you a message on Instagram. I'm yet to get a reply.
okay, sorry about that. Yesterday was hectic for me. Couldn't meet up. I hope that I'll be able to respond to all today.
All right. Yeah, thank you. Have a nice day, sir.
You too, sir. I realize that Nigerians are one of the most appreciative people. Everybody calls him, Coach, thank you very much for what you are doing. You will think that's all. Some of them will start explaining how you have done this, done that. You just think, oh, wow, glory to God. Thank God. Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. Then the question now comes. Very patient to first appreciate so that you do more. That's what it does. It makes the person to keep doing more because it feels like, wow, these people really love what is happening to them. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next caller is Buck Ox.
Hello, Coach.
Good afternoon. He wants to say thank
Good
you.
afternoon.
Yes, sir. Your name
My
and
name is
where?
Stanley. I'm calling from Malaysia.
Stanley from Malaysia. It's good to have you. Go
Yes.
ahead.
Earlier, I was trying to call about my Atlas portfolio, but it's been sorted. Thank you so much for your platform and for all the assistance you provide.
Thank
And
you.
my question is on rather, I have shares that were bought a very long time ago, but I don't have the papers to it. I went on the eShares Dividend website and I saw that I do get dividends, but I don't know how to get the original information about those shares, so I can directly move them to my Atlas portfolio. Is there a way I can go about that?
You did, was it a public offer or you bought through a broker?
Yes, it was a public offer way back in
Very simple.
I
What
think
stock is that again? Sterling or what?
it was one for one Japol. It's not Japol. The current one they have
Simple.
Japol Gas, I think.
Let's keep it simple. Whether it was public offer or you bought from a broker that does not exist anymore, all you need to do send an email to Atlas requesting for a global search of all your stocks on CSCS. Number one. Number two,
Okay.
they should dematerialize all your stocks that you bought via public offer. You list the stocks as well that you can remember. They will go on with the global search. Whatever they find, they give you feedback. Then the transfer process begins. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for the assistance.
You're welcome. All right, Maobi, if you are in the house, I have work for you to do because I saw a comment from a new entrant. Okay, Rehoboth is responding to her. That's Vivian on call. I will call her in. Then through her, all who are new and are thinking of how to get started will just go ahead. Vivian on call. I saw your comment and thought your interest should not be swept under the carpet. There could be many more others standing by to learn exactly how to get started. So I'm going to call you up right now, and Maobi will take you through the rudiments. Maobi, we will do it very fast so that we manage the time. We have 29 minutes to go. Hello, Vivian. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
It's good to have you. Please confirm where you're calling from since I can see your name.
Okay, from Enugu, Nigeria.
Vivian from Enugu, we are glad to have you. My
Thank you.
co-host Maobi will be giving you details of how to start. What's your question, by the way? Maobi, are you standing by?
Okay, sir. I really have interest in stock investment, but I don't know how to go about it. Recently, I downloaded Bamboo to start with, but they were asking me um to input my BVN numbers and all that. So I don't know if it's safe to do all that. So I just had to pause for the moment.
All right, you are in the right place.
Yeah, hello, coach.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, yeah, good afternoon, Vivian. Okay, I think to start with your last question, whether it's okay to input your BVN, right, on the
Yeah,
Bamboo app, it's
yeah.
absolutely fine. Yeah, it's absolutely fine. It's actually one of the requirements for you to get your account registered, both on Bamboo and also on the other, stockbrokers. I mean, the licensed brokers. Now, to the main question of how you can start. I would like to start by advising you to get good knowledge,
Okay.
right? If you want to start up any business, I call this a business because believe me, personally, I treat this 100% the same way I treat my other businesses. No jokes, no gimmicks, straight to the point, do what I have to do to remain profitable. So, for you to be profitable in this business of stock trading or stock investment, as the case may be, you need very good knowledge. You need to understand how the market works. You need to know how to buy. You need to understand when to sell. You need to understand when to hold. Now, I'll give you a very practical example. The market right now is on a 50-50 scale, not explosive, but again, you are not losing money generally, right? And for investors who understands that the market will never move in a continuous straight line, right? There will be a moment that the market will be at the peak. There will be another moment when the market will be at the middle, and another moment when the market will drop, right? For investors who understands all those things, then you'll be able to make proper decisions. So making your decisions will be aided by you making good analysis in the market, by you understanding the company you want to invest in. Are these companies even profitable? Even if the company is not profitable at this moment, what are the reasons why the company was profitable before and all of a sudden no longer profitable? Does this company present any future potentials? So these will go a long way to help you and guide you. And making the research is very easy, right? You can head over to Coach's YouTube channel for a start, and you can be sure to find multiple beginner guide videos there. When you watch these videos, you'll be able to assimilate, and understand much more quicker. Once you get that knowledge session out of the way, then the second thing is that you need to choose your stock brokerage account. Now you can view your account the same way you view your bank account, because through that platform you'll be able to buy, hold, and sell. And this is where I want to advise you very keenly, right? I started by advising you on how you can get your Bamboo and other apps sorted, but I will advise you to go for a broker that will give you live access in the market. Apps or not, having a fancy interface or not, the thing you need to look out for is live access to the market so that you will not be buying or selling out outdated prices. You need to look out for the buy and sell commissions because every businessman is in business to make money. Every businesswoman is in business to make money. So if you are buying and the commissions are so high, or you are selling and the commissions are so high, those things might, eat deep into your profit margin, right? You also need a broker that will give you very good response, a broker that is very responsive. If you have any problems, any issues, you can be sure that you get on the go assistance. This is why I am recommending to you. It's a recommendation. At the end of the day, feel free to make your own research and go with any licensed broker that you feel comfortable with. But for me and majority of the investors in Network Investors Club, we are using Atlas Portfolios. It's a web portal and not an app, but Atlas Portfolios here. Very
Okay.
easy to navigate. Once you get your brokerage account sorted out, then you need to make that very easy and delicate decision about the stocks to invest in, right? And this is where you need a very, strong support group like Network Investors Club. So I will recommend to you that you join our club on Discord. For you to join again, you will have to follow the coach on his Instagram. He has a verified Instagram handle. At this point, I want to sound a clear disclaimer. Like, whenever you are talking about money, you have good people there, you have focused investors, and you also have very dubious people around. So make sure you do not entertain anybody that comes into your DM first, either on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on TikTok, anywhere, even with coach's picture on their DP. Those are scammers. The coach will never follow you and will never message you first, right? So you have to send him the DM on Instagram, get the link, join Network Investors Club on Discord, and you can be sure that you'll be in a support group of like-minded investors to guide you and to make sure that your onboarding process is easy and very profitable. I would like to stop here. If you have any more questions, I'll be more than happy to help you. Thank you.
All right, please. What's the IG handle I need to follow?
Coach, is it? Yeah, his Instagram handle is at Wealth Coach Omiete. I will type it out on the chats also, so you can find it on Instagram. Again, it's a verified handle. Anybody, any other, unverified page that you find on Instagram is not Coach. So I'll type it here, and you can connect with him.
Okay.
Thank you so very much,
Okay.
Mark. I hope
So
to
thank you
join.
so much. We look forward to having you, and happy investing. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Malby. Excellent job there, as always. Next set of callers, Kachi, St. Gabriel, G2. Let's go, Kachi. Osho Onilola says, what
Hello,
live
Coach. Good afternoon, sir.
you buy and sell US stocks? Hello, good afternoon, Kachi. Tell us where you're streaming
Um,
from.
this is Kachi. I'm streaming from Abuja at the moment. Thank you so much for what you've been doing for over, is it 2, 3 years now? I've been a member of your group since 2003.
Awesome. So you were on
Yeah,
WhatsApp also.
yes, I was on WhatsApp.
Wonderful.
I was a big advocate for NACO then when it was selling around 20, is it 23 naira?
Tell us.
and during the rally of Dangote Sugar then, even though I got my hands burnt with Dangote Sugar, but at least those are in the past. At least we've recovered.
So that
So
when I say I bought Nako 9 naira, they will not be wondering, is he saying the truth? Well, I
now
haven't.
I bought, I think, at 23.
You see,
Then
that's
that was actually
Nako.
my one of my first investments.
Wow. Do you still have
Yeah.
Nako up to now?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
I have about 100,000 units of it then.
Oh yes, 100,000
Yeah.
units at 23, you bought them for 2.3 million. Now it's worth
Yes.
about 10.8 million.
10. Yeah.
Ladies
So
and
thank you
gentlemen,
so much for
I tell
what
you,
you've been doing.
all right,
So,
thank you. Go ahead.
please, there's something I wanted to verify. This is it this new tax laws that they are introducing?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You know, when you sell your stocks, they do some deductions and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So, is it applicable for you to? I don't have a physical business in Nigeria, for instance. Is it applicable for us to go and get people like me to go and start getting another tax to get a tax is it tax number
Okay, very good
for
question.
someone that just trades that doesn't have a physical business?
Very good question. Let me respond. In fact, I'm in the process of rounding off a video to further clarify. The first video
Okay.
I made it clear, but it looks like a lot of people do not even listen to the end of these videos, and they jump into comments that makes you wonder what was said. Actually, the tax reform law is not anything so new. Mostly what I see is the institutions being strengthened to do better in terms of harmonizing all the tax identification numbers. You know, you have the Joint Tax Board, you have the FIRS. Joint Tax Board is made up of the FIRS, the state internal revenue services of the 36 states, including FCT, IRS, all of them generating all sorts of tax numbers for the people who, of course, reside in their states and are civil servants and so on and so forth. So, what this law is trying to do is to harmonize everything and have one ID for everybody. That's where your name comes in, NIN,
Okay.
National Identification Number. If you have your name, you don't have a problem. You will use the name to generate the tax ID. Now, from that moment, that tax ID is used to identify you at all levels, both national and state and whatever. For
Okay.
businesses, they use their ROC number, which is the business name registration number, to search out the tax ID for the business. So
Okay.
it's for the purpose of better tax reporting and monitoring, regulation wise also. But me, what I saw is and they are not publicizing that, a way to easily track tax offenders,
Okay.
able to even tax them directly without running after them. That's what it is. It's not anything new. Your bank account is not going to be stopped. Even you who buys and sells stocks, nothing is changing. In fact, those taxes you are paying, maybe they can just raise the VAT to whatever. Because in every transaction you do, there's a VAT collected.
Yes.
It's part of the charges amongst the commissions. That's on the buying and selling side. Then on your dividends, there's always dividend, what you call withholding tax on your dividend. It's been 10% all along.
Yeah.
Nothing changes. And then on to capital gains. What the current tax law has is that gains equal to or more than 150 million that is taken out of the account is what is
Okay.
taxed.
Okay. In a physical year, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And you must have moved it out of the capital market. That is what is taxable from your capital gain. So people should calm down and hear. And don't, that's the next video I was going to do.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Please, I have a second question, please, sir. I don't know. I noticed I'm still old school because I'm still making use of what's the name? What's the name? Morgan Capital.
Okay.
But I noticed recently that I've just been picking a little. I've just been doing some my own personal research on this Jaiz Bank. But I noticed you can't purchase it from Morgan Capital. I don't know if you have any clue on what's going on there, please.
Okay, it's been moved from the equity board to non-interest board.
Yes, yes.
So when you click on dialog box where you have equity, instead of going to equity, where you have all boards, scroll to the last,
Yes.
non-interest. Click on non-interest.
Non-interest. Okay.
Jaiz is listed amongst the non-interest because it's a non-interest banking institution.
Okay. I've just seen it. Thank you so much, sir. I really do
All
appreciate
right,
it.
thank you very much.
Do have a wonderful
Ladies
day
and
ahead, sir.
gentlemen, you too, sir. Just in case you thought I was lying, well, that's someone who bought NACO 23 naira per share. By that time, I've already shouted NACO severally. After buying at 9, and I still saw it at 23, I was still up till this year, beginning of this year, February, March, I was still shouting NACO 45. NACO 45 is still very good, still very good. Where is it today? 106, 107, 108. He bought 100. That's why I said the 1 million shares challenge for civil servants and students, it could just mean 100,000 shares of a good company that has prospect that you can afford. You know why? Because he bought 100,000 NACO at 23 naira per share. That's 2.3 million invested. Right? Now it's 106 or 108 naira per share. The 2.3 million invested is now 10.6 million naira. We are trying to forcefully make you a multi-millionaire. The Dangote Sugar and NASCON that he talked about, that was when they were to merge and we were all buying it up based on the fact that the three companies will merge and become Dangote Foods. That merger was suspended by SEC and they said, go back and do your homework on Dangote Rice, which is a private company. And then people who pumped in a whole lot of short-term funds started selling down. And that was how the price dropped. But guess what? As we speak now, all those stocks have recovered above what they were selling for that time. Apart from Dangote Sugar, I think Dangote Sugar also got to 80. So we're still watching it. But you see NASCON is already 90 something. In fact, it touched 100 before dropping to 90 something. So time is your friend. To stop panicking like others. Even when stock prices drop, I held on to my Dangote Sugar and NASCON all those while. In fact, I bought more NASCON when it was dropping and everybody was running out. I piled in on NASCON. You have no idea. That's the way we make it. All right? So, I have a witness, and it gladdens me to see that people are still around after 3 years of doing this. So imagine you, 3 years from now, we'll start saying you bought Champs at 3 naira, now it's 15 naira. Your 3 million naira invested to generate 1 million shares for your 1 million Champs, 1 million shares challenge on Champs has now made you 15 million. Stop. We don't want to go and be posting video. If you bought beta glass in January, it's now 700%. I've told you before, I don't like theory. We are doing practicals. And when we are doing practicals, nobody hears, nobody knows. But the time will come when whether anybody hears or knows doesn't matter. What matters is what's in your bank account, right? Okay, on to the next caller. GT is our next caller. After GT, then we go on to fresh callers. We have just 10 minutes. Let's see how we hurry this up while we're trying to connect with GT. Let me see if I can respond to a question. Hello, coach. What's the best price for Jaiz Bank today? JS. All right, let's see. Jaiz. Someone mentioned it now. And it's like, okay, 34 naira 59 kobo at the moment. 455.
Hello, Coach. Good morning.
Very good morning to you from where you are, but good afternoon from where I am. Tell us your name and where you're streaming
Good,
from.
good afternoon, rather. I'm calling you from Dublin this afternoon.
Thank you very much. From Dublin, go ahead.
Coach, God bless you. You have been wonderful. In a bit to free us from the shackles of poverty, you have enlightened us, and you keep doing that every day. God bless you very much. My Aradel is flying this morning, and I'm happy. The portfolio is going green.
Very good to hear.
Coach, I'm a bit confused, and I want to seek your financial wisdom. 40 million naira investment on FGN saving bonds, treasury bills, and this other one, NIDF. So, which of them will you advise to go for based on their percentage? Though I'm still doing my investment on stock anyway. So,
Beyond percent returns on the investment, how long are you looking at that money invested?
actually, I'm looking at the possibility. I'm looking at returning back to Nigeria. So I may not want to work for anything, or just to be having a constant means of income to keep the body and soul together.
Very simple. You have no business with treasury bills using that money. Treasury bills have a maximum tenor of 365 days. Out of the question right now. Number two, FGN savings bond has a maximum tenor of 3 years or 2 years, depending on which of them you subscribe to. By the time it will be expiring, you will not have the rates any better than it is today. Surest banker in terms of even yield when it comes to how much returns you get on your investment has to be NIDF. So plant that money confidently in NIDF without fear of favor. Even if you are buying at today's price, 40 million naira invested in NIDF will fetch you about 353,000 NIDF. Let's assume it's 350,000 NIDF because of commissions that you will pay in the course of the transaction. That then guarantees you about 1.7 million naira every 3 months. To NIDF to 6 naira plus per share, then that changes to about if dividend increases to 6 naira per share, that changes to 2.1 million every 3 months. I love Ginger.
Wow.
Asking what's NIDF? Nigerian Infrastructure Debt Fund, managed by Chapel Hill Denham, one of the best money fund managers in Nigeria. They are also a stock brokerage firm. So, best bet NIDF as we speak.
Coach, thank you very much.
That's always a retirement recommendation for me. All retirees should have it. No struggle, no sweating. If that investment is done even today, you are sure of getting your 1.7 million naira next month. And after receiving that of next month, in January again, the fourth quarter, 1.7 million will also drop.
Coach, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
You very much. God bless you.
God bless you too.
Have a nice day.
You too. All right, next set of callers shall be J. Ace, Juliet, and of course, we have Ibrahim 045. Is it 045? So J. Ace first. We have just 6 minutes. Can we do it very fast? Let's see how many we can take today. We've been doing great already.
Hello, Coach.
Good afternoon, J. Ace.
Hello.
Go ahead with the protocols.
I'm Jace and calling from China. I missed the part that the guy that asked about the tax. So about the tax, now sorry I missed something. So like people like me, like I'm not in Nigeria now, and once in a while I send some money to my account. Do I get taxed on any money that goes into my account?
You
I
are
don't have
not
any business in Nigeria.
you are not taxed for sending money into Nigeria. Nothing has changed. The only difference is they are trying to harmonize all tax IDs into one.
When I get taxed because I already get taxed anyways.
That's the point I'm trying to make. All taxation regimes are still on. There's no extra or multiple taxation that will happen. The information is just to get
All right,
people ready,
because I never.
especially NINs.
Okay, all right. Because I never had the tax ID before because I left Nigeria like over 20 years ago. So so I didn't have that, but I've already applied for it. So
Do you
hopefully,
have
yeah, it's
NIN?
going to be all right. All right, that's just. I have NIN, I have BVN. Already applied last week. I just did it
Oh,
from there's these. I don't know. I think I got it from your
yeah.
sir.
JTB, Joint Tax Board website. Very easy, not challenging. If
Yes,
you have NIN, there's no
yes.
worries. The NIN helps you generate
I
the
got
tax
it from your
ID.
actually. Okay, I got it from your from the I think from your Instagram when you talked about the tax. So I just applied straight away. But it said okay from the joint tax something. It said okay, but they never like get back to me. Does that mean the tax ID has been generated?
The tax ID will be generated and sent to you via email. If you remember, in the course of filling that form, you must have filled your email address as well, right?
Yes, yeah, I did.
It will come in the form of a certificate showing your number. That's all. Simple.
Okay, but I'm yet to get it, so perhaps
No
it's gonna take a
problem.
while, right?
Here it takes about 72 hours, but I know, when they say 72 hours, it could take 1 week. The important thing is you've done your bit and there's no hassle about it.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate that. I'll be
You
on the
always,
lookout for the response email.
all right. Thank you.
All right, thank you. That's all from
Yes.
me today.
All right. Bye. Ladies
Cheers.
and gentlemen, 2 minutes more. Eugene, you are next caller. Okay, someone said it's 1 week. Benjamin Bolaji says it's 1 week. All right. Love the fact that we have a lot of enlightened people who always receive in the talk. I love him that says they will mail you the team. No worries. That way. Hello, good afternoon. Eugene. Looks like Eugene called in error because sounds like someone using the sink. Perhaps he just had lunch. Maybe it could be a mala, a wedu, or afang soup or something like that, and he's washing his hands on the sink. Well, we will proceed to the last caller for the day because it's already 1 minute before closing. My guys are laughing. Yeah. You don't want to miss this live stream because there's a whole lot to gain. And we're here to stay. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So let's make money together. That's what we're all about. Hi, Code, please, how can I generate a tax ID? Never mind, look out for my video. It's coming shortly, explaining further in detail how to do this, both either online, the JTB website, or downloading the app. But there's no need in encumbering your phone with all sorts of apps. You can just do it online, one off, and move on. All right, since that call didn't come through, still trying to connect. Maobi, you've been outstanding. Can you say your goodbyes?
Thank you, Coach. You've been wonderful also. I will end by, one of the key words you just said now. Let's keep making money together. Let's stay focused in our investment goals. And I look forward to be here again tomorrow. Thank you, Coach, and thank you to everybody.
Thank you very much. A few comments I missed there on Instagram. Maybe I should read. Your knowledge worth paying for and studying. And then someone else says, preach, Coach. Coach, good afternoon. I doubt if you are from this planet. Your explanation marvels me. Indeed, you are a God sent. Time will not let us read through all of this, but listen, this is why we are here. If you got inspired and you like what's happening, why not go on my YouTube channel to get some more of this knowledge that will inspire you and position you on another level of wealth creation. That's all.